Great music. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back on a Monday morning after coming off of a wonderful weekend. We got out and about and saw a little bit of a car show we posted for you, as well as we went to Irwin, Tennessee one more time and found a wonderful drive-in called the Dairy Ace. And you can see both those videos. They were posted on Sunday. It was quite the weekend weather-wise. We had a lot of really warm weather. The car show was kind of fun. We got there early and got out before the massive crowds of people got there because they were going to couple a concert at the Covered Bridge in Elizabethton, Tennessee, is where the car show was. So we got there early and got a brief view at some of the nice cars that were coming in. So please, if you haven't seen that video, you can go into the library here under our channel and find those two videos. Of course, we left the drive-in in Irwin, Tennessee, and we're headed back on the back roads towards Hampton in the Elizabethton area, and we found the Laurels picnic area located in the Cherokee National Forest, and that's on film as well with the drive-in piece. So take a look at that. It's very relaxing and a wonderful place to go for a picnic if you're in that area. And that's located right between Hampton, Tennessee and Irwin, Tennessee. This is a beautiful time of year. We're winding up the dog days of August here and looking forward to some fall foliage very soon. And I see a slight change in the trees here on our property that are starting to turn a little bit of color. They're losing a little more of the deep green and going into a phase that will transpire very soon through December, November, and October. So we'll be out and about doing some fall foliage visits to certain areas in Appalachia here to show you that. I promise you we'll get some more touring in now that the weather, it's been a very, very hot summer. And a lot of farm work and a lot of growth here. And the garden came in gangbusters this year, so it kept us busy on weekends, so we couldn't get out as much. But Kaiser and I will be out and about, and we'll get you some more great footage like that in the Laurels film that I posted on Sunday. So if you haven't seen those, please go in and like it and share it with your friends, please. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, we really would appreciate your subscriptions. We never ask you for memberships or money or anything here. It's just pure fun and some news. And the news has been inundated, and you'll understand why I'm not getting into any more of the aftermath of the DNC folding up and all of that. You've heard it all 150 times, so why go on with it? I think it was quite a surprise at the end of the DNC when Mr. Kennedy threw in his support behind Donald Trump, and that's all I'm going to say about politics today. I believe that is a good thing. I think that RFK Jr. has some things that he can help this nation with, especially on the healthcare side or on the legal side of things, because he is a very good attorney. And they'll find a spot for him, I'm sure, that will be beneficial to us all here in the United States of America. We have a lot of places to go look and see, and if you live in an area where you can do day trips out, it would be wonderful. While the gasoline is still somewhat affordable, it is gone up quite a bit, And they're now making noise this morning on the news that because of the Middle East conflict, that they'll probably be raising the gasoline prices. As we know, our reserves have been depleted by President Biden and his administration, along with Kamala Harris, who is now among the missing because she doesn't want to be interviewed by anybody lest she say something that might be truthful. Mm-hmm. So we have we've been into our reserves, and to keep the gas prices artificially lowered so we can say, look what we've done. This is one of our accomplishments, one of our many accomplishments. Ha, ha. Anyway, I guess that if you remember back to the Trump impeachment, their key witness was that soldier that was Vindman, I believe his name was. Well, the witness in his failed impeachment attempt case loses it over free speech in a rant aimed at Elon Musk, of all people. He is allowing free speech, and I guess that upsets Mr. Vindman, who he and his brother have ties to Russia. We know that. And he was a failed Trump impeachment witness completely. And that has been shown many, many times. But then again, if you look at everything that they use as a weapon against Trump, it's all been debunked. And they keep repeating the same lies in hope that when you hear this lie often enough, you'll believe it's true. And this is the Democratic Party's way. I believe in my heart of hearts that we're going to probably need a third or maybe even a fourth party in the next election cycle that we run into. Maybe starting with the midterms, but we don't know. We'll see what goes on in this November and where any cheats are going to take place. And I believe that if they start to safeguard that now, it should be fairly easy to police. The thing that bothers me is that a lot of these blue states, these sanctuary states and cities, are promoting illegal entries into this country to cast votes in this election. And that does somewhat bother me because it is illegal in itself. It's a crime, but we know now the scales of justice has been tilted to only favor one side and not the other. And will that turn? I don't believe that anybody is looking for revenge or gotcha or any of that other stuff that you see coming out of the Democratic Party every day now. Speaking of, the president, if we think we have one, has left his vacation on the West Coast to start a new week of vacation somewhere undisclosed on the East Coast. So he is a bi-coastal president that is completely absent and not in charge anymore. It's like we give up. The white flag went up, and Kamala has not been seen anywhere since the convention. So here is the question of the day. Who is running our country? Who is in charge while we have fires and a tinderbox in the Middle East and in the Baltic region? Who is in charge? Who is making decisions to keep us safe and keep our troops out of harm's way? If you have an answer to that question, please use the comments section below or email me. You can always email us here with your questions, or if you just want to talk, at LMG, the number 4, Kaiser Talks @gmail.com. You'll see it posted here every now and then on the pop-ups, so write it down and let me know what your thoughts are and what you're thinking. And if something's going on in your area that you want me to bring up and talk about, I don't care where you're located, send me an email. Let me know if I can use your name or not. I'll be glad to do it anonymously if you want. So that is open to you to do. And I told you last week we would probably be running a contest here for some of the best comments received, or the funniest comments received from you all for a Kaiser Report ball cap. So use that email to get me your comments and your funny comments, or you just post them here right on the channel itself using the comment section. As I said, it was a wonderful weekend. We're looking forward to a very, very warm week here today. The high here in East Tennessee, in the Johnson City area today, will be about 88 degrees, but it'll feel more like 90 due to the humidity that's in the air that has come up from the south. So we will be making sure that if we're out and about today, we have water with us and the necessary coverings to keep us safe. And if you're in the Midwest, I'm told that there is a heat wave coming through there as well. Just north of us here, the jet stream has dropped down and brought us some cooler weather up in those areas. But we're hoping it gets down this way before too long. And I can hardly wait for the upcoming debates. And it says that Trump and Harris camps right now are trading jabs on the latest clash over the debate rules. I'm sure that they will be somewhat one-sided. I think that she has turned down the debate, but with Fox News. But they actually, Trump says that he will attend whether she shows up or not. So that'll be interesting. Election officials are issuing stern warnings to voters to head off the complaints that will come later. There's a lot of poll watchers that are signing up and things of that nature on both sides of the aisle. So it'll be interesting to see just how they'll police that situation. And VP Harris is being extra careful about doing any interviews at all, and I just would love to know why. Is it because there is no substance or any attempt at doing the things that she has said she's going to do on day one, which, by the way, day one happened a long, long time ago. And she has still, right now, up until January, the abilities to do the things that she says that she will do if elected. Why hasn't she done them now? That's the question for the ages. You can get a hold of Joe on the beach and get him to sign off on things. You have done it in the past. Someone has, because he certainly doesn't show up at the White House an awful lot. And Karine Jean-Pierre has been under fire from some of the press people, not only Ducey that's always on her, but others now are asking questions and getting, the same old answer from her, because she's not being armed by anybody to defend what their questions are that they're asking. So there is that to worry about, because we don't know what's going on inside this administration right now. Obviously, they don't want to do the things that Kamala says they will do. So how is that going to happen in January all of a sudden? There's a good question for the comments below. If you know, let me know, or give me your opinion on what you think about all of this. An illegal immigrant suspect was accused of murdering a 12-year-old girl. Has some complaints now. I wonder what that immigrant's complaints are. They didn't get enough food stamps, telephones, places to live, releases free from jail. Come on. Now they commit murders and they complain that they're being mistreated. Well, there's not a whole lot more going on in and around the world today, other than the fact that there is out of Lebanon and a few other places, they are launching missiles one more time or trying to achieve missiles to land in Tel Aviv. But so far, the Israeli defense system has working well, and they have shot them down. This is an ongoing situation that was supposed to be all settled on Blinken's last visit there, but I guess he just couldn't pull that off. So this continues one more time. And then it was announced this morning that Russia has launched a major explosive drone into the Ukraine electric grid. So there's more suffering going on for the Ukrainian population because somebody is making money on a war that should have been stopped a long time ago. And I have hope and I pray every day that comes to a cessation, because we don't like to see these people hurt, or we don't like to see misplaced children, which is happening there as well. The orphanages are full, from what I'm told. And let's take a look at our own country and what's happening to children here, the illegal children that were brought in and assigned to caregivers or foster homes or people that are responsible for the welfare of these children that came across the border with or without the proper parent with them. So the number is out over 5,000 now that they're unaccounted for, that could possibly be in slave labor somewhere or being used as cartel runners or being sex trafficked. We're talking about 5,000 children here that were entrusted to this administration to know where they are. And I understand now that the people that they were handed off to were paid handsomely for this. So why can't we track those people and ask them to account for the children that were put in their charge?
These are the faces of migrant runaways. Children who came across the southern border alone, were placed by the U.S. government with an adult sponsor, and then vanished. Kids like 15-year-old Yenny, who was last spotted with a black backpack getting into a white pickup truck. No one will say where she went. Selena was just 16 when she ran away from her sponsor's home weeks ago. Cesar, also 16, left his uncle's home one day and never returned.
Is it because no one in this administration really gives a damn about anything but a vote? It begins to look that way more and more every day. So there's your top stories for today. But it, as I said, is going to be 88 degrees today, and Kaiser and I will be probably running around the farm doing some farm work today, and trying to stay healthy while the heat rises here today to 88, 90, feels like 90 degrees. And we'll see where it goes from there. But anyway, I want to wish you all a very happy Monday. Keep on the sunny side this week. Smile. Do something for someone that you see that is in need of help. And say a prayer for this country's survival. And that's what I would expect from you today. And what you can expect from us tomorrow is to see you here again on the Kaiser Report one more time on Tuesday morning. And the rest of this week should bring us some happiness rather than the doldrums that we've been in listening to the DNC convention crap that went on for the 4 or 5 days that they were there. I guess Chicago is going to experience a massive heat wave today. Hopefully they've got all cleaned up after all of the paid protesters and paid supporters left the city for whatever their homes are. That came up over the weekend. I read some things about where the Democratic Party is running newspaper ads for casting calls for people to fill seats. Interesting, isn't it? Want to talk about actors? There you go. It's a Hollywood production to make you believe that these people will actually do anything. And with that, I'm going to say, have a great rest of the Monday. Bye-bye now from Kaiser and the Kaiser Report and John.